I'm Faxon Rutledge. I should be 6th. Are the judges ready? And if you have driven a car in California, you may have experienced this. You're driving down the freeway. You look in your rear view mirror and see your heart is in your throat, and perhaps you put down the cell phone. You are about to come into contact with a member of law enforcement. Not just any law enforcement, but a member of the California Highway Patrol. The California Highway Patrol is my favorite law enforcement agency because my dad happens to be a CHP officer. The CHP has a legacy of protecting citizens and keeping highways safe. The bullet points of my speech are the California Highway Patrol and how it began, how to become a CHP officer, and the sacrifices officers make that benefit the public. I hope that by the end of this speech, you will learn about the CHP and gain a new respect for the dedication and sacrifice of our state's leading law enforcement officers. The California Highway Patrol, or the CHP as it is often referred to, is made up of approximately 7,000 sworn officers in 132 different offices throughout the state of California. All the officers use the same radios and equipment and follow the same command structure. This enables an officer to work anywhere in the state and is important as the CHP is often dispatched to natural disasters such as earthquakes, major fires, and floods. The CHP were used in World War II to defend against sabotage. In the 1960s, they were called into the Berkeley riots. In 1989, they were deployed to the Loma Prieta earthquake, and in 2005, they arrived in Louisiana to help with Hurricane Katrina. It all began in 1920 with a small group of traffic officers who met in Fresno because they saw a need to make traffic laws uniform throughout California. The Motor Vehicle Act of 1913 made driver licenses mandatory in California. All other driving rules varied from county to county. In 1929, the California Association of Highway Patrolmen was formed as a part of the Department of Motor Vehicles, and later became their own agency in 1947 as the Department of the California Highway Patrol. This occasion was marked by the adoption of the official CHP shoulder patch, worn by all CHP officers. The patch displays the official blue and gold state colors, and in the center, it shows the CHP badge. Each of the 7 points on the badge shows a symbol of the CHP: integrity, judgment, loyalty, courtesy, honor, knowledge, and character. My dad's perspective of the badge is it reminds him how to treat people when he encounters them, and it reminds him how to act even when no one is looking. So how does one become a CHP officer? The CHP has always been known for the quality of their training. All CHP officers have to attend the CHP Academy. A state-of-the-art academy opened in 1976 in West Sacramento and is the current home of training for CHP cadets. Cadets must live at the academy for 27 weeks to do 1,100 hours of hard work and training. Cadets eat, sleep, and study at the academy. Physical education is the toughest part of cadet training. The CHP recommends that all cadets entering the academy must be able to perform at least 50 sit-ups, 50 push-ups, and 4 chin-ups, and be able to run 3 miles at a 9-minute per mile pace. However, all of these numbers are extremely low compared to what happens in the academy while being trained by CHP instructors. Training includes drawing and firing weapons, getting pepper sprayed, practicing felony traffic stops, getting gassed, and learning self-discipline and time management. This photo is my dad's dorm room after it was inspected by CHP instructors. If they find dust on a shelf or an untidy bed, desk, or bathroom, they'll trash your room as a punishment. Classroom instruction includes law, procedures and policy, arrest techniques, Spanish, accident investigation, and vehicle code. By the way, this is my dad's CHP Academy class, and in these photos, my dad is here, here, and here. The cadets are also taught extreme driving maneuvers. This teaching is done at the academy on the skid pan. The skid pan is a track of polished concrete that is covered by a thin layer of water. The tires on their training vehicles are bald. This causes the vehicle to lose traction, teaching the cadet to regain control of an out-of-control vehicle. This training prepares officers for performing the dangerous tasks that benefit the public, for example, arresting drunk drivers, removing hazards from the roads, such as trash and animals, and clearing the roadways after traffic collisions. Just having a CHP patrol car drive past you makes you straighten up, check your speedometer, put your cell phone down, and drive safely. According to the California Office of Traffic Safety, traffic fatalities decreased 10% in California in 2009. This is good news, but there were still over 3,000 traffic-related deaths that year in California. The CHP are usually the first on scene to handle traffic collisions. A large benefit to Californians is the comfort and care given by CHP officers at those scenes. CHP officers comfort the people who have lost loved ones in crashes and care for those injured. My dad has had to comfort a man who lost his leg when a lady drove into him when he was at an ATM. My dad has seen large drug transportations busted. My dad has been on the scene of many horrific collisions. Just after Thanksgiving of 2010, my dad sat in the middle of the street and comforted a 15-year-old boy who was dying from a shotgun wound. As Officer Dan Sepulveda wrote, "Sometimes the sacrifices we make as officers are more mental than physical. These mental sacrifices stay with officers for a long time." In 1960s, CHP Officer Gordon Muir was present when a mother ran out to get her son, who had been struck by a car in the middle of Interstate 80 near Berkeley. He saw the mother uncontrollably weeping. As author Andy O'Hara wrote in the article, "The Long Journey of a Forgotten Photograph," his instinct was to put his arms around her and, calming her, try to eventually move her from the traffic lanes and away from the child's body. Officer Muir's wife, Judy, recalled, "For a time, Gordon was shattered. He found himself feeling a helplessness he had never felt before." Officer Muir is retired now and has never forgotten that incident or that little boy. For 224 officers, their dedication cost them great sacrifice, their lives. At the CHP Academy sits a memorial fountain containing the names of each officer killed in the line of duty. One of those names is Officer Brent Clearman. Officer Clearman was my dad's friend, and they were classmates at the academy. He was run over by a hit-and-run driver while investigating a traffic crash on Interstate 80 near Oakland. Author Rick Matos reports in his historical account of the CHP that the CHP has lost more officers in the line of duty than any other law enforcement agency, which is why being a CHP officer is one of the most dangerous jobs in California. Today, we talked about the history of the CHP, what CHP Academy life is like, and how the CHP is beneficial to California. Most importantly, we learned about the CHP's dedication to keep California's highways safe. So, the next time you see the flashing lights of a CHP patrol car, remember the dedication and sacrifice of our state's leading law enforcement officers, and realize maybe that ticket isn't so bad. Thank you.